Hi, I'm Alane with Cooking with My Friends, and today I'm in the beautiful kitchen of Kassia Fiedor, who does healthy cooking, private chef work. You can tell them a little bit better than what I can.
Right. Thanks for having me, Alane. I'm Kassia, and I'm with Infused Holistic Kitchen. I'm a holistic nutritionist, an herbalist, and a private chef here in Nashville.
And you do primarily vegan, vegetarian foods,
Mostly
right?
plant-based cooking, but all very personalized for my clients.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so today, since she does a lot of plant-based stuff, we're actually going to make BurgerFit burgers vegan.
Exciting.
I know.
I can't wait.
I'll just jump in and start telling people how to make them. So
Right.
we're doing the Asian burger, and then you're going to be making a Asian
Green Mango Salad that's kind of Asian inspired.
Ooh, I love it.
Yeah.
So for the base, since we don't have ground meat, Kassie in front of her has 2 cans of already cooked lentils, and I'm a mom of a 3-year-old, so I try to hack it sometimes in the kitchen.
Oh, yeah.
And then
Got
about a cup of quinoa, and you can add a little bit more if you really like more quinoa or less. You know, I always say just do what you like in these recipes.
Yeah, exactly. You have to use your intuition and get creative, right?
Yeah, so you don't have to just stick to what exactly it says.
Exactly.
I'm sure you do that a lot with
Oh,
your-
yeah.
So,
a little bit of this, a little bit of that.
Yes. I think I even changed the recipe a little bit today too. So
Okay.
one of the other ingredients for the Asian burger is bok choy. And this is a huge bok choy. Usually I'm used to getting the little ones. But so if you can't find bok choy in the grocery store, or you're a little too scared to try it, it's a Japanese cabbage. You can use purple cabbage, green cabbage, other types of cabbage. Just have fun. It's going to be okay. So to cook a bok choy, you just cut off the end here. Really simply, and I like to cook all the vegetable because I like to put it on the sides, but you can do just what the recipe calls for, and we'll have all the instructions on in a link on the YouTube page, and we'll have yours as well. Right?
Great. Oh, yeah.
Awesome.
So I'm going to start mashing this,
yes,
right?
sorry.
While
Yes, I forgot to mention that. So just mash it up with your hands, just so that we can patty it really easily.
Perfect. And my hands are washed.
Mine are too.
Start mashing.
And then for cooking these, you can just do a rough chop. We're going to chop it smaller after it's cooked, so not a big deal there. And if you don't want to use the knife after it's cooked, you can also use the food processor. Today, I just wanted to make it real simple and not use the food processor.
Keep it
so
simple.
I'm going to just push this to the side here. This is such a big bok choy. All right, and for these veggies, the other part of the ingredients is snap peas, and for this, I just used frozen ones because they get them. Yes, easy.
So easy.
They're always available too.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't have to worry that they're not going to be in stock. So for this, I'm going to just scoop a little bit out, and I'm going to finely chop it so we can mix it up in there.
Perfect. I think that's a great idea.
So do you cook with coconut aminos at all?
I do. I've just actually started incorporating them.
Me too.
Yeah, they're a little sweeter than I expected. I thought they'd do more like soy sauce, but I do really like them.
So for the recipe, I use those just because so many people nowadays, are trying to stay away from soy products. So I just used coconut aminos, and I've got a few tablespoons here. You can just kind of slowly add that so we can do a little taste for you.
Oh, sounds good. Okay, will do.
Add some of that.
Okay.
And then in this one, I've got some Himalayan sea salt, ginger, and what was the other name? Garlic.
Ooh.
We can throw that in there. And then I'm just going to keep finely chopping this. We're almost at a good point.
Throw that in there.
So out of all the places, so we're in Nashville right now, but Kassie and she grew up in San Diego. I lived there for 8 years or 10 years or something like that. I don't know, a long time.
Yeah, so funny. That's a coincidence.
It is.
Yeah.
So did you go to the beach a lot when you lived there?
I did. So I actually lived in the mountains in a really rural part of San Diego. But we got down to the beach and spent our summers there all summer long.
Oh my gosh, I think out of my 8 years, I think I went a handful of times.
Oh no, come on. Well, you did live in a really great area, right?
I lived in Ocean Beach. You think I would have walked to the beach more often, but I don't know. I guess just life got in the way. I was really surprised at how cold the water was.
It's cold.
It is.
Yeah, it's not the tropics or
So
anything.
it's really like August, the hot month really is the only time the water is warm enough.
It's true, but you get used to it.
Yeah, I was such a wimp being from Louisiana. So we're almost there.
All right.
And
it's pretty mashed here.
I think, you
got a
got
good
it.
Consistency, I think.
I think so too.
Yeah. Do you use egg or anything in your burgers, or?
I don't. I like putting an egg on top.
Ooh, me too. That sounds delicious.
Yeah. I grew up. We always did that, and then I kind of just gotten out of the habit, I guess.
Yeah.
Do you do that a lot with your burgers?
Sometimes I will. Sometimes I find that like it'll help bind things, but we'll see how this goes. This feels really good already.
I'm gonna move this here, and then I'll take this from you.
Can I wash my hands?
Yeah, wash your
Let's do
hands.
it.
While she's doing that, I'm just gonna mix this in. And I usually say about 2 cups of the vegetable mixture, but don't add everything all at once. Make it slow, add it in. You don't want your burgers to fall apart. So whether you're doing these with lentils and quinoa, like we are with a vegan recipe, or you're making them with a ground meat, I'll always say add it slow because every meat type is different. Was it grass-fed? Is it 80% or 90% lean?
Yeah, that fat content will really change it.
It is, yes. So, well, I'm going to start mixing this and patting it up. Do you want to start cutting your stuff?
Yeah, definitely.
All right, so I've got everything mixed together here, and I'm going to start patting it out, and you're going to start making the green mango salad, right?
Yeah, so I have a green mango coconut salad. We're going to use fresh coconut meat and green mango, which actually has higher vitamin C content than like ripe mango.
Really?
Yeah, so I'm really excited about that. And so first, what you do is you actually peel it with one of these peelers.
Oh, that's a cool peeler.
Isn't that great?
Is that special for mangoes?
No,
oh,
it's like it's anything. You can peel anything with it, and then on the other side, it has a julienne peeler. So I love this thing. So
where'd you get it? Amazon.
Amazon. Yep. So I'm gonna peel the outside first, and then I'll julienne it to get some nice little thin strips.
So how did you come up with the idea for this recipe? Was it when you were
I was living in Guatemala.
Yes?
Yeah, and there's this wonderful season there. It's like 1 or 2 months, and I can't remember what month it is, but just you start seeing mangoes on the side of the road being sold and just in the markets.
God.
And so I just started using them like crazy. And when they're green, they're really sour, but they're really good for digestion too. So I do a lot of like healing. I'm always thinking medicinally when I'm making food. So I'm thinking, okay, green mangoes, they use them in Thailand, right? They use green mangoes and green papaya in their papaya salad. So that was my inspiration. I wanted to make something that was sort of similar to that, but more my style.
Yeah, so that's where you have the Asian inspired.
Yes, exactly. And then we're gonna put a cashew zesty, like spicy sauce on top.
Ooh, I love spice.
So, yeah.
When my husband and I first got married, he couldn't eat anything that I made because he said it was too spicy.
Oh, no. I love spicy too. Well, yeah, my boyfriend can't eat spicy either. So here we go. We're going to start julienning, and so it comes out like this.
How cool is that?
Isn't that great? Yeah.
Yes.
You could use a mandolin too if you wanted to, but I think this peeler is so functional.
All right, so I've got the oven at 400 degrees, and I like to cook the burgers for about 40 minutes, but you can do it to preference, and I flip them halfway through. So I'm going to go ahead, have it on preheat, and I'm going to throw those in there, and then I can help you chop.
Perfect.
Well, I say that it was preheating. I never pressed start, so I guess it didn't.
That's all right. We'll figure it out. Okay, so do you want to open up the coconut?
Oh my gosh, I've never done this before.
Okay, so I'll talk a little bit about how you do this. So I bought this at Whole Foods. It just came like this, and it was completely covered in whatever you call this is bark. And so I used this sharp knife, super sharp knife, and I chopped it like in four little, kind of like a square.
Okay.
And then that kind of broke the top and it opened up like that.
Okay.
So yeah, I chopped like a little square almost.
Is that tough to do?
It's pretty tough.
Okay.
Yeah, you have to just keep chopping, and then all of a sudden it just kind of breaks open.
Okay.
So you take off the top and then poured out the juice because all the water's so delicious and so hydrating for you.
Yeah, did you make a drink with it?
Yeah, well, I just drank it straight. It was so delicious. So yeah, you pour out the juice, you get about 1.5 cups of that. And then I literally went out to my driveway and threw it on the concrete and it just like cracked open. So crazy.
That is so cool.
So yeah.
All right, so I've never done this before.
Okay, so it's super easy. You just take a spoon and you kind of scoop it.
Okay.
Like that.
Okay, and then are we going to chop it up after scooping? Like
yep, and then we're going to chop it into just little pieces, so it doesn't really matter.
Okay. And then if somebody can't find fresh coconut like this, like I live in Cookville, I don't know if we have coconuts or not. Or maybe they don't want to go through the family trouble.
Exactly. Yeah, so I would imagine that Whole Foods probably has it shredded in the coconut section, like frozen coconut fresh meat.
Okay.
So, and if not, I was thinking about substitutions. You could probably use jicama. That might be a great substitute, kind of a low carb, crunchy, nice substitute. But yeah, I think that
would it be ultra terrible if they didn't use fresh coconut and they used
Okay. No, it'd be fine. You could use just straight dried shredded coconut as well.
Okay. I love even my son loves coconut. We'll do that as a snack a lot of days.
Oh yeah, it's so good for you. And it's got those medium chain fatty acid or fat. It's got those medium chain fats. So that's great for burning fat. So I'm chopping up one whole red pepper. And
am I okay to just chop this up?
Yeah, just chop it up. I want not minced or anything, but just kind of slices if you can.
If you don't think you like coconut, because I didn't like coconut for a long time, I would urge you to try this because it tastes different when it's fresh like that.
It really does. Yeah, it really does. When it's dried, the flavor's more concentrated, so it's really potent, and some people just can't handle that.
Yeah.
It's a little too strong for people.
And I've really noticed now that I have a healthier lifestyle, things that I didn't like previously, my taste buds have completely changed.
Yeah.
And there may be 5 foods out there that I don't like. Do you want me to just throw this in here?
Yeah, just toss it in there.
Are you happy with my cutting?
That looks so great. So great. All right, so do you want to do the mint?
Yes.
So I went ahead and de-leaved the mint.
Okay.
So we're just going to chop the leaves.
Okay.
About a 4th cup of those. And
beautiful.
Yeah, so just kind of again, little julienne if you can.
Okay.
Yeah, just kind of thin. We don't want them to be super diced because they get kind of black.
Okay. God, this is looking so beautiful.
It's going to be so good.
So I'm going to show the camera right here just how beautiful the colors all look together.
So I just did a little bit of red onion. Red onion is a little bit sweeter, so I just did maybe a 1/4 of an onion. And just throw that in there. Also for color, because it's so beautiful, right?
No.
And then I'm just going to chop up a little bunch of cilantro and, not take out kind of the thicker stems, but I don't mind some stems in there.
I don't either. I used to be super crazy picking this
up.
I realized that was
just a hassle, right?
Yeah. Just adding more work to myself.
Yeah.
I was cutting cilantro from the garden this morning, and your hands smell like it after everything. I'm like, I just want to rub it all over me, and I just smell like cilantro.
So delicious. That and basil too is so delicious. So that's it. It's green mango, fresh coconut, red pepper, red onion, mint, and cilantro. And then a couple just chopped raw cashews.
This looks awesome. All right, so now we're ready to make the dressing, and you've got a few things going here. So
so we're gonna do a cashew lime dressing, and it's a little bit spicy. We're gonna add some serrano pepper. If you can find Thai chili, that's really good too. Ooh. So we're gonna do lime, garlic, tamari, sesame oil, olive oil, cashews, and maple syrup.
Yum.
It's going to be delicious.
That sounds
delicious. I'm just going to, how about you? Do you want to add just a couple more, maybe 3 more of those?
Yeah.
And if you guys don't have one of these tools at home, everyone needs to have one of these lemon squeezers at home. They're amazing.
They are.
So I'm just going to do some cashews.
Runaway lime.
Runaway lime.
All right, so I got the 3 limes squeezed. Do you want me to just pour that in there?
Thank you. Yeah, so we need 2/3 cup. Just make sure.
Actually, I think that's right on the money.
I think that's perfect. Great. Thank you.
You knew exactly how many limes to get you
I'm
there.
pretty good with that.
Yeah, that's impressive.
All right, we're going to do a 4th cup of maple. Some water. Add that a little more later.
Okay. And we'll have all the exact measurements too in the in the blog post.
This recipe is from my cookbook. It's called Cocina Holistica. So it's kind of my plant-based California style meals, but using Guatemalan inspired. It's Guatemalan inspired ingredients.
So how did you end up moving to Guatemala?
So I was actually married to someone who worked for USAID.
Okay.
Diplomatic work.
Wow.
And yeah, so I went down there, and then a year later, he came out of the closet. And we got divorced. And it's been like 4 years. So it's all in the past. But it's a very interesting story.
That is. I was not imagining it to go that direction
I
at all.
know,
I thought you were
I
going to say I
know.
just went on a whim. And
I was just feeling like going to Guatemala. No, it's a crazy story.
Yeah.
And most people aren't prepared for it. But I should have prepared you for that. But no, it's all in the past and everything's all good now.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, I'm just so happy.
At least you got to go live in Guatemala and see a beautiful place
I
and
know.
inspired your cookbook. I mean, it was all meant to be.
It was all meant to be. I thank him every day for like bringing me down there. So it was all good. So I'm gonna add this. Maybe I'm gonna take out these seeds.
So the seeds are what I've heard makes it spicy.
The seeds are what are really spicy.
If you want to minimize, you like a little spice, but you want to minimize it, then just take out more of the seeds.
Exactly. I took out all of the seeds and used half of a serrano. We'll see how spicy that is. So I got everything in here. I'm just gonna blend it up.
Okay. Ooh, yum.
Just taste it here. Pretty good. Do you want to try it?
Sure.
Okay.
Did you just do the hand thing,
Usually
I'll
just take that.
Take
Yeah.
this spoon. Oh my God, that is amazing.
Thank you. It's pretty good.
You'll have to make this so you can taste it.
Yeah. So I love this dressing on this salad, obviously, but I also make spring rolls with the same ingredients and then use it as a dipping sauce.
Yes.
It's so good for that too. Kind of like, you know, how you would use a peanut sauce. But cashew, lime, tamari, all of that is just magic.
Yum. So then do you just pour it on?
So yeah, just pour it on, top it with these raw cashews, and we're ready to eat.
Okay, sweet. I'm gonna check on the burgers.
Okay. Good job, Alane.
You too. All right, if you enjoyed watching us, subscribe to the YouTube channel. It's Cooking with My Friends. You can also follow us on Instagram at Cooking with My Friends Official, or just me at _Hurricane Alane. And how can people find you?
So you can find me at Infused Holistic Kitchen on Instagram or www.infusedholistic.kitchen.com.
And you have your book.
Yes, so here's my cookbook, Cocina Holistica. You can find it on Amazon.
And you can also get BurgerFit on Amazon.
Yay!
Yeah.